Oh, welcome back to Ponder, another episode of Ponder, where we ponder your questions. Today with me is Tyler. Oh, say your name.
Tyler.
And we have,
Special guest
oh
returning
yeah,
Julia.
yeah.
Yes.
And today, we are talking about college fashion.
College fashion.
Yeah,
That's
college
right.
fashion.
Yeah, this is the topic that I suggested, and I was like, I, as a girl, obviously have my own
Okay.
opinions about it, but I want to hear everybody else's. Obviously, it's changed a lot in the last couple of years, and so I want to start off with some preliminary questions about you guys.
Oh,
So,
questions. We
mhm.
never get asked
I'm
questions.
Yeah,
afraid
I've
to
been
give my
reviewing you guys. That's fun.
opinion.
Wow, we never get asked questions.
Okay,
Okay, let's
question
go.
away.
So first of all, do you guys have like one go-to outfit or like a default outfit that you guys always go to?
I have a couple, yeah. I feel like
All right,
that's,
go talk about them.
I
Talk
feel like
about
that's
them.
what I always wear. I think Tyler, what did you say about me? I just have different skins, but it's like this. It's the
Oh,
same clothes, but like in different
yeah, yeah, yeah,
combinations.
yeah, yeah. It's always like
Yeah,
the same though.
It's
thing.
like silhouette, just like in different colors.
No, it's like literally the same clothes, but in different combinations of like
Oh.
Which
different
like,
pants and
and
different
like, I
shirts.
guess you can argue that's what all clothing is, but like then there's like
No,
distinct clothes
no,
that
it's
Ben
like
has.
literally the same thing, but in different. Like he's not lying.
You just have like a couple like defaults that you always go to. It's like, oh,
Yeah,
this is
well,
the
it's
day.
nice. I mean, clothes
Uh,
is just clothes.
yeah.
Yeah,
Describe your favorite for us.
my favorite.
Mhm.
What's the weather outside?
Let's say it's just like today. Can wear shorts, can wear t-shirt, can wear flat
I
top.
will wear one of the three
There we go.
shorts that I own. This one, or the straight black one, or the Adidas one. I guess I have a couple, but I wear one of the black ones, and I guess I just pick out a t-shirt that I forgot I had and I like. I do have a lot of interesting t-shirts that I like.
Are you a funny t-shirt guy or just like random graphic t-shirts or plain t-shirts?
I guess it depends on who looks at it, but I do have nice graphic t-shirts. I do like graphic t-shirts. Yeah. Yeah.
100%.
For me, well, see, it's hard now because like the weather's changing,
She said.
but for like I guess the winter, I had like sweatpants, track pants, or, like my corduroy pants, and it kind of like varied each day with what I'd wear.
Mm-hmm.
But now that's getting to summer, and not, I guess it's going towards summer, more spring first, but I'm like going into my shorts era. So I have like the gray shorts, my I guess almost white. They're still gray, I guess like American Eagle. I have like pink ones, I have like Vineyard Vines ones,
Mm-hmm.
and those I'll wear with like just different t-shirts.
Mm-hmm.
And it's easy I think it's easier to dress in the summer because like you don't have to
It
worry about
really
like
is, yeah.
you really don't have to worry about like sweatshirts. And I'm always just too hot in the winter, I've
Right.
determined,
Yeah, you are.
because Pitt decides to like
Oh yeah, they do.
pump up the heat in every building. The heat is still on at my building.
Oh,
The
Like
heat.
I'm
they
so
haven't
jealous.
switched it
Oh,
yet.
really?
Yeah.
It's nice and cool here.
Yeah, probably because Sutherland's like nice.
It's not that nice.
Yeah, it's pretty nice.
You
But
need like
yeah,
layers. You know, like you have your
layers is
t-shirt and
hard.
then you have like your flannel or your hoodie and you're like, does it fit under my winter coat? That's it.
I've grown into not wearing shirts under my like sweatshirts and crew necks
Really?
anymore. Yeah. Do you?
I noticed that
I
about you.
don't do
I
that
do,
anymore.
but it just means like, oh, I have to like wash this sweatshirt now after wearing it.
Yeah, because you like sweat directly onto it.
Yeah.
My sister was doing that. I just went home for the day last Saturday, and my
Hmm.
sister, we went out to lunch for my grandpa's birthday, and she was just wearing like a pullover type thing with like just essentially like
What
that.
is a
There's no shirt.
pullover?
It's just like a hoodie but without a hood.
Crew neck.
So a
Crew
crew
neck.
neck. Oh,
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
crew neck. Yeah.
Okay.
And I was like, so you're not gonna wear like a tank top or a t-shirt? And she was like, no. And that was foreign
But
to me. I know I've done it before, but it's been a minute and had to
I
readjust.
now I used to not do it, but now I just do it because it's just like
Yeah, no, I get it.
But what
nicer.
if you overheat? Then you're done for.
I
You're
don't
cooked.
overheat because what do you mean? Wait, what?
If you just get too warm and you want to take it off, maybe just have a t-shirt underneath. You don't have a t-shirt.
You know what? I have a funny story
Huh.
about that. I don't know. I poked you. Um, so if I wear this shirt, I get too hot. So it goes the sweatshirt for when I'm inside, and then when I'm outside, I wear the overcoat. Because if I do overcoat, shirt, and sweatshirt, that's like too much.
That's too much when you're
Hmm.
outside.
Yeah.
Okay,
And
interesting.
when I go inside. So it will always be a sweatshirt overcoat, but never undershirt. Or if it's no overcoat, I do shirt underneath the sweatshirt and then sweatshirt, no overcoat.
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Um,
Okay.
you said, what if I get too hot and I don't have a shirt on? Funny story. One time I was on a date and she said she was really cold. And I was
Oh.
like, I would give you my sweatshirt, but then I would have no shirt. Like I wouldn't have anything on. And she laughed. And yeah, so there's that. But I don't know,
Okay.
it's nicer if you just I just like it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
fair enough.
Yeah.
Does that mean anything?
No, I
I
think it's still
no, yeah,
working.
you just yeah.
Yeah, see, as long as you see this still moving,
Okay,
I think
perfect.
You just turned off there's like a little tap thing in the back. If you hold it, you don't have to tap it. You hold it and then it just turns out
Oh,
it
okay,
just
okay.
yeah,
I
it's just
think you
lights.
mute the mic on what the other side or
Yeah, the
something.
other side,
Yeah.
yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah.
What's my
Um so but you don't that's actually a very funny thing you brought up about like the sweatshirt thing. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's just something that I would, because I'm big on layering pieces.
Mhm.
I don't go shopping for clothes too often, but
Mhm.
recently I was, and I was thinking, I need more of these under layers, not like outer layers. I tend to buy like, oh, that's a cute cardigan. I'm
Mhm.
such a big cardigan girl. I'll be at the thrift and I'll think,
Mhm.
that's a cute cardigan, but I'll have like three shirts to wear under it, and so it
Mm.
ends up being kind of like the same thing every single
Mhm.
Hmm.
time.
Okay.
And so it's just a weird like outfit building problem. Whenever you guys are, walking around campus, would you say that you notice other people's outfits more than you would think about your own? Like, do you look around, you're like, oh, that's cute. Oh, that's maybe not so
Kind
cute.
of don't. Surprisingly,
Really?
now that I think about that, I kind of don't. Like, yeah. I mean, like maybe no, I feel like I look at other people and think like, oh, that's like an easy outfit or
Mm.
something.
Mhm.
Or like, wow, she's wearing a dress? What? Like, why are you wearing a suit? Or like something like that, you know?
I do see the men in suits, and I think like, oh, there's a
Yeah.
Yeah.
basketball game today or something. But
So
you don't.
I noticed people where like I usually I put on my clothes at the beginning of the day. I'm like, wow. But then after that, I kind of forget what I was wearing and I just
Huh.
move about my day. But I do notice what other people wear because people wear some interesting things that catch my eye. Like they'll wear like soccer jerseys or jerseys, like
Yeah, I
graphic tees
see
that say
that.
stuff. Yeah, I think I do enjoy
I,
looking at other
I
people.
can't get behind
Oh,
people. Well, it's like unless there's a like this jerseys you're talking about. Like there's this one for all of you listening. There's this one jersey that Ben has. You know what I'm talking about? It's like the blue soccer jersey you have.
Chelsea?
Yeah, but it's like a casual. No, 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 not that one. It's
The
like
one
the
I got in New York?
no, no. I'll
Wait, what?
Is
pull
it?
up a picture
It's
to show
not
you.
necessarily made out of jersey material. It's just a number printed on a
No, it is
t-shirt.
jersey. It's
I
just
don't.
more
It's
casual.
probably in my thing
It's
over
like
More
there.
people who
jersey.
wear like Pens jerseys when there's just not a game
More
that day.
casual. Oh,
Oh,
you
I can't
see,
get behind
you
that.
see, I was gonna wear a jersey today because I saw someone else do it and I was like, oh yeah, I should do that. And then before I left, I was like, I shouldn't do that. And then I put this shirt on and I should have worn it because now you're like apparently have beef with those people.
No, no, just like if you're wearing a Pens jersey and there's like no Pens game that day,
I get that. I could
like
feel that. Yeah.
hmm.
I mean, maybe you're showing your school team spirit or
Is it
whatever, or
because it confuses you and you think there's a game that day and there
not
isn't?
really. It just like stands out. This
Yeah, I have that over there.
That's
is
Yeah.
that your Chelsea one you're talking about? I
Yeah,
bet you had
it's
a
a no.
light blue one.
I have a
For all
couple.
of you watching the video, you can see
I have a couple.
that
That
is
is
Ben.
that is that is my
Yeah,
body.
but essentially it's just a blue
It's
jersey.
the Chelsea's like 2018 home kit, but with
Yeah.
no name in the
But it's
back.
not, yeah, it's not necessarily a jersey, but it's like jersey style. That I can get behind kind of. It's like the jersey material, but it's not big and
not like a
bulky.
huge hockey jersey or something. Okay.
Oh, so you're talking
Actually,
about
you know
like
what? No, I think it's just hockey and football jerseys. You know
because
what? No, soccer jerseys are fine.
because
Maybe I'm biased,
here's
but
the thing: the bulky shirts are in hockey and in football for their pads.
Right.
Like you don't
yeah,
for soccer players
for
just wear
soccer.
like
So maybe
shirts.
that's what I don't like. What it's
Yeah,
like, yeah.
I
Genuinely,
get
I
that.
cannot remember the last time I wore a jersey. I think there's a picture of me. This just shows how old it is. I was probably 4 or 5, wearing a number 43 Troy Polamalu Steelers jersey. That was the last time I wore a jersey.
Wow.
Wow, how do you remember that? I
Because
went.
there's that picture is hanging in my grandma's house.
Oh,
Hmm.
Mhm. But no, I genuinely I'm somebody who doesn't watch sports. Do you guys watch sports? Are you
all the
sports
time. Yeah, I
guys?
watch a lot
Okay.
of sports.
I am not a sports watcher. I've just never been able to get into it, and so I just don't. I guess I don't pay attention. I don't look when someone's wearing a jersey and think like, "Oh, that's sick."
There's only
I
certain
blow right by
sports that
it.
get me though. Football doesn't get me a ton.
No, I don't get into football. I get into all those other
I get into
sports.
like hockey, I can get into a lot.
Mhm.
Soccer, oh my
Mhm.
gosh. I'll get angry at soccer. Maybe just because
Mm.
I've played the game and like I know how it feels or like I
Oh
know what they're
yeah.
doing
I'll
wrong or
feel yeah,
yeah.
I'll feel some sort of like passion in my soul and get mad.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
like close to that feeling of like when you step on the field, you're like, oh, I got a job to do. You know, I better do
Yeah.
this. I better do this job right or else it's gonna be bad.
Yeah, the weather had changed yesterday. It was real warm and I was a little sad. I got the summer blues, man.
I was like,
So I was
man,
like,
I could go outside and play some footy right
yeah. I
now.
was just like back in those days. Yeah.
Aw.
Yeah.
Literally, what if we went over break?
What do you mean?
Shot around a little bit.
This
Let's go.
break?
Yeah.
I will be away.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh,
No.
man.
We can during the summer.
We
Yeah.
absolutely will during summer. We're gonna get all the guys, and we're gonna go.
All
And
the
we're
guys.
not all, not all, not
Some of the
all.
guys.
Some our group.
Yeah. Yeah, that was fun. Anyway,
Yeah,
um,
please
All
continue.
right. Next question is, like, how often do you, what do you, if you see an ad or if you see somebody wearing something and you think that looks sick, how often are you feeling like you're influenced to buy it? How often do you buy clothes, or has your wardrobe kind of remained the same since you were in high school or even middle school?
Oh, it influences it unbelievably.
you
I
yeah.
not maybe not ad wise. Actually, I don't
Mhm.
know. 'Cause if I see like a American Eagle ad on TikTok or something,
Mhm.
I'm like, oh, that's a nice shirt. Like I'll go and look it up. I'm not always buying it, but there's been a lot of times too. I remember it. Billy Eardley's graduation party. His brother Tom was
Oh man.
yeah, he was wearing this. It was like a light pastel striped shirt.
I
Do
remember
you
that shirt.
remember
I
that?
vaguely remember the shirt,
And what
yeah.
does it look like? Sorry, I just like I need to know
Um,
this.
It just looks
let
like
me
a
try to
beach
find it.
shirt.
Yeah, and I was like,
Yeah.
"Where did you get that?" And
Like
I
a
looked.
tank top or like a polo?
It's
It's a
a
button
button
up.
up,
Yeah, it's like
short sleeve.
imagine like a
Oh,
beachy
Yeah,
like button
with
up.
I'll
horizontal stripes
I think it was
or
up and
yeah,
vertical
down.
pastels?
vertical.
Okay.
I'll try to find it here while Ben answers, but that definitely influenced me. And I was like, "Hey, where did you get that?" And I looked it up and it was like $80. I was like, "Oh, that makes sense." But Ben, please answer the question while I try to find it.
I what was your wait, what was the question again?
It was whenever you see somebody out in public wearing
Oh
something
yeah,
cool
yeah.
or something on social media, how often are you influenced to buy that? Because you think it looks sick?
Never.
Never.
Never. I've never been like, wow. I've always been like, that looks cool. Done. Because like I don't like shopping online. It just seems like a hassle and then I gotta wait for it and like what if I don't like it? And then like my girlfriend's not there to tell me it looks bad. So like I need someone else to be there. But usually what happens is I'll go around and buy novelty things. Not novelty. I guess I'll be doing something and be like, yo, that shirt looks nice. Get it, forget about it. And then that's how I acquire my shirts, like my t-shirts.
Oh.
So none of my t-shirts are like, yeah, I went out to go looking for a shirt. I just saw that and it looks good. And I was, I don't know, probably like New York or like I was like
Mm.
Virginia or something. I was like, I bought it and now
This
I
is
have
like
it.
from a store, not oh, they're just giving out free T-shirts at like Pit Boats or
Yeah,
something.
yeah, yeah. They're just like they're from a store, and I just have shirts that are like that. Like I have a shirt from Hawaii. I have a shirt from Vietnam.
So you don't get that new shirt euphoria. You don't think like this is my favorite thing ever for a couple weeks
I
because
do,
it's new.
yes,
You do?
I do.
Okay.
Ex yeah, I do, but like I don't. Yeah, I do, but like since it's been such a long time since I wore a t-shirt outside, I've forgotten a lot of the t-shirts I've had. So yeah,
Mm.
yeah.
So you'd say you wear like more long sleeve shirts and hoodies in the winter, or like cover up the T-shirt?
I
Oh no, you
always
said you're not even a T-shirt underneath. Or...
yeah, I only
Oh,
just wear like sweatshirts in the winter with sweatpants, and that's it. Yeah.
that's so silly.
Why?
I don't know. It's just it
What's so
wouldn't have
silly
occurred to
about
me.
that? What's so silly
It's
about
just not
that?
something I do.
What? The no t-shirt thing?
Yeah,
Oh, I mean, oh,
it's
my
not like it's
girlfriend
a
doesn't.
silly thing in general. It's just unbeknownst to me.
Oh yeah,
Sorry
that's
to
Oh,
like
nice
interrupt.
shirt.
This is essentially what it is.
Ah.
It's such a nice shirt. For all of you watching the video, you can see a better well,
I think you need to turn the light on, yeah.
There it
Yeah, there
is.
we go.
there. So now all of you can see it a little bit better, kind of.
Sort of. Yeah. There she is.
Yeah, sort okay, you get the point. But yeah, it was like a pastel striped shirt. Anyways.
And do you find yourself complimenting people on their clothes? Kind of like,
Nah,
Never.
do you like see
unless
if
I
they
know
think
them.
it's
Unless I know
I
them.
never. I wish I could strike up. I want to strike up random conversations with strangers because I enjoy doing stuff like that, but I just don't have it in me
Actually,
anymore.
I lied. There's been a few instances where I will say something only if it's like, for example, all right, I'm gonna put this out there. Backseat Lovers, fantastic indie style band, right?
Mhm.
They're not very well known, hugely well known.
Do you know them?
I do.
I do know
Yeah,
them,
they're not
and
hugely
that's
well known
saying a lot
though.
if I
A
know
lot of
it.
people just don't know who they are.
One
Hmm.
of the Fall Fest openers played one of their songs. I think it was Kill Me
Oh
Girl.
my gosh, Kill Me Girl's so good. But anyways, the thing is like a lot of people probably have heard them but don't like know them. But
Yeah.
anytime I see somebody, like somebody who's wearing a hoodie that was Backseat Lovers, I
Hmm.
was like, I like your hoodie.
Hmm.
And that just it makes it a little more meaningful because it's like I know what you're wearing, but a
Hmm.
lot of other people don't.
Hmm.
Same thing with Peter McPullen. There was this girl in the eatery. As soon as we got back from Christmas break, went to the eatery. She was wearing a hoodie. It was Peter McPullen. I was like, I love your hoodie. And then she immediately like struck up a conversation. She was like, oh my gosh, you know who that is.
Mm.
And then
Yeah.
like turned out we started talking. We were at the same concert together.
Oh my
But it was
god.
like that's the only time I'll say something to
Are
people.
are you? Did you? Was that it? Was that no more interaction
I
with
don't
that
even
girl?
know her name. It was very unfortunate. Missed opportunity. But yeah, so I guess times like that, I will go up to people and be like, "Hey, I like that."
I don't think people wear nice things, but only keep them to myself.
Okay,
Yeah.
interesting take.
I think, yeah. I just 'cause probably they probably don't care.
No,
Okay,
they
we
care. I mean, as somebody who tries to look nice most days, like if somebody's like, "Oh, your hair looks cute today," like, "Oh, I love that jacket," I'll be like, "Thank you," and it'll be the nicest thing I've heard all day, and it'll make my day.
I think that's
And so
more of a girl thing,
I
I
think
feel
it is.
like.
I don't want to be like, "Oh, like girls are like this and boys are like this," but I don't know. It's whenever somebody's wearing something cute, I think it's just a girl thing in the back of your head to be like, "You should say something about that. You should make her feel good about
Yeah,
herself."
No one's ever told me I look good.
I have.
Oh
That's such
yeah.
a lie.
Have you?
Like sometimes, so my hair doesn't hold curls very well. I don't know if you guys have ever tried to curl your hair.
I have.
You have.
Yeah.
Next haircut, Ben, we curl my
Your
hair.
hair is way. I mean, yeah.
I'm
Oh,
curling your
so
hair. We're
here's
both
the
doing
thing.
it.
Was it you that asked if you should get a perm after I got my perm or some?
I don't
Someone
even
When did
did.
you get a
remember.
perm?
The begin like a long time ago. I'll
Oh,
show
that
you.
was a thing.
Man, I look so good. I can't even lie.
You can give me a perm.
I can. I'm not qualified for that. You might look like a noodle head, man. I'm being so honest. Like you might have noodle head activity. I'm not qualified to do that, but I can cut your hair.
I forgot you got your perm.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
look so like just I look so Asian,
You should go
man.
back to that.
I was, but not during the summer. During the summer, I won't.
How come during the summer?
It lasts long. I just won't do
Oh,
it during the summer. Yeah.
but yeah, I don't know. I guess I don't find my well, I guess I find myself complimenting my friends. So
Okay. Yeah.
She
let me
doesn't
see.
like
I
Let me
can
it.
see
see.
that.
Look,
I just didn't think it looked super different. Like I was expecting like a whole like
no, I
spaghetti
wasn't.
pile on
No,
top of
no,
your
no, no,
head.
no, no. I wasn't talking about the tight stuff. I was the
That's a
loose.
nice jersey.
I was the loose waves. I have
Oh,
that
you
over
should
there.
Yeah.
take that. Okay.
Also baseball jerseys that are like nice. Those are actually
You're not
nice.
ready for this. Do you know who Shohei Ohtani is?
Or yeah.
He's like the goat of
Yeah, yeah,
baseball. I
yeah.
have his baseball jersey, but he's Japanese, so on the back it's his name in Japanese.
That's
I
That's
fire.
bought
really
it.
sick.
I bought
Where'd you
it in
get
New
that? Yeah.
York for
Oh,
a lot of money.
how much?
A lot of money. I
Okay,
think it
but
was
it's
like
really
two.
cool.
I think it was like $200. You want to see it?
Yeah,
Damn.
I guess
No,
we
it was
gotta
for
see
like
it.
$180 or
Yeah.
Do you
something.
have it?
For all
Yeah,
of
it's
you
a hundred.
watching the video right now, you're about to get an unbelievable treat of Ben's $200
Clothing
jersey.
haul from New York. That's so
That's nice.
cool.
Look
Oh
at
my gosh.
this. Look at this pondering.
That's really good. I like it.
Oh, wow.
It's a historic
$200 down the
artifact.
drain.
It's a piece of history.
I guess so.
Hmm.
All right, Julie, if you want to go with the next question.
I was gonna finish what I was saying
Oh, yeah, yeah. Go
before you
ahead. Go
stopped
ahead.
talking.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say on the days like whenever I curl my hair because it doesn't hold curls very well,
Mm-hmm.
and so what I do is I put it in this ridiculous George Washington looking overnight roller.
Oh, I've seen those. Yeah.
You've seen them,
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
and so I love it to death because it allows me to have my hair a little bit curly without putting heat in it because it doesn't work like that. And so if I come in and my hair is like all undulating and beautiful, and so everyone will be like, "I love your hair, like you look so good today," and that makes my day because
Mhm.
frankly, it's not super comfortable to sleep in, but I
Mhm.
do it because I want to look good for myself and I
Right.
want to
Mhm.
um just look nice in general. And so, it just makes my day. It's like a girl thing. And I like to
Okay.
tell girls whenever I'm seeing something, I'm like, that looks so cute today.
Is your hair naturally like wavy?
It has the smallest, slightest bit of wave to it, but it is incredibly thick, so it weighs itself down. And so whenever I would brush it, whenever I was younger, it would poof out. I get triangle head the
Yeah,
longer
yeah,
it
yeah.
gets.
Mhm.
Whenever I was told when I was in about fourth grade, whenever I cut my hair about that short, that I looked like a mushroom.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Like Willy Wonka.
Like really, what?
It's the unknown. No.
I haven't watched the
You
new
haven't
movie.
watched
It's not in the
No, it's
movie.
from the experience in London.
I don't know what that is.
Okay, side note for in the news.
Yeah.
In
What?
London, there was this event that was held. It was $35 a ticket. Um, everything from the posters to the script was AI generated. And it was
Oh.
essentially this warehouse with just these very, very sad
It was so
decorations.
barren and scary
The
and
the, the people who went, the children who went, got like a single jelly bean and like a cup of limeade. And
there were like homeless people
Oh!
working the
No, no, no.
you've
floor.
definitely
I
seen
do know
that.
what you're talking about now. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
And the unknown was the AI generated character that lives in the walls.
Like an enemy
And
candy
Is that
cane.
yeah.
like the blackish dude that like
Yeah,
hid behind
with the
hid
mask.
that hid
Yeah,
behind
behind the
the
mirror.
mirror?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
So that
Oh, that's what he says?
yeah. Apparently that's actually going to be a horror movie now. The
What?
unknown. Yeah.
He was scary.
Wait, they're making a horror movie based off of this
Yeah,
real AI
there were a few things that posted about it. I don't know, I mean, if they're gonna go through, but they're
Mm.
saying like the unknown like horror movie isn't like work.
That can't be
Which is
real.
actually
That
honestly
can't be
that's
real.
kind of cool
That
though.
is
Like
cool.
I feel like there totally can be a movie about that. Like he lives in the walls or like only comes out through the mirrors or something.
That is
It was
pretty
a
good.
scary looking dude with the
It's
actually I think it was a girl that played it. But like
it's giving like Bruno from Encanto when he lived in the walls.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, people living in the walls is a scary
I was about
concept.
to say that too. There was an episode of I think it was R.L. not the original Goosebumps, but the Netflix like scary bedtime stories or something, where there was something that lived in the walls, and I watched it when I
Huh.
was like 11 and got scared completely out of my mind. It was too much for me.
Has something ever, what is the scariest thing that's ever happened to you?
I don't think I have actually had very many scary experiences, like near death
Mm.
or like violent or anything like that. I think honestly, some of the scariest things that have happened to me have just been movies I've watched.
Oh.
I can't watch horror movies. I scare very, very easily. And a lot of the things may not even have be that scary in hindsight, but it's like if I went through when I was like in second grade, and so
Mhm.
haunted house, scariest thing I've ever seen in my life.
Mhm. Hmm.
I do have a little story with that, but it's not like a. It's just like I was in second grade. Didn't you guys do like the Y Princesses, Y Guides, YMCA stuff?
Nope.
Okay,
Mm-mm.
that
I,
was a big part of my childhood. Very not politically correct now because we
why?
had like Native American tribes that we were part of. It was like a dad-daughter thing, and a bunch of people from your school district, elementary school.
Sounds like something we totally would have done in Aquinas.
What's that?
That was our elementary school.
No comments.
We totally would have done
We
something like
totally
that.
would have.
But it was like you would go out to Camp Conaqui or Camp Souls, Camp Spencer for a weekend every fall, winter, spring, and you do a camp out with your
Mhm.
dads and daughter tribe, whatever. You know, get together and do camping activities and whatever. But one time we were at Deer Valley. It's the only time I've ever been to Deer Valley. It's a beautiful camp, but it was the Halloween weekend. So we did all kinds of trick or treating, all kinds of pumpkins,
Mm.
costumes, and there was a haunted house in this shed type setup. And so all the girls, we were in like second grade at that point. My sister was in
Mhm.
kindergarten, maybe. And we all got in line to go to the haunted house. And it was again, I am an unreliable narrator because I was what 9, 10,
Mm.
but we all got in line. There was a woman with like a bone for a hand who was at the door, and we were all chanting like, "We are not scared. We are not scared," which is the most obvious indicator of when one is scared. And so we went through. It was so scary. We came out screaming and crying and clinging to our
Wow.
dads, and I wouldn't come out of my cabin all night. It was not. It
Hmm.
was absolutely terrifying. Again, because it's a haunted house, it's designed to scare you, and I am
Yeah.
a very easily scared person.
Wow, yeah.
Do you have a story or an
Aside from
instance?
like family member like scares where it's like, like them going to the hospital or something. Like
Oh,
that's I think that's a different level of scary. But maybe like there was one time I like was running out of gas and I had a hot minute to go before the gas
oh,
station and like
mm-hmm.
not like running out of gas where it's like, oh,
You get the
I like
emojis.
I'm still like, I have like because like for example, each marker in mine I calculated it to
Yeah.
be about 2 gallons of gas. So there's 8 different like spaces and in between those is 2 gallons. But like I'm talking like it was on empty.
Did you get the emojis?
What do you mean?
What?
The car emojis.
The car emojis? What?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
What do you
Like the
mean?
little E that lights up or whatever?
Yeah, the
Oh
emojis.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, the emojis.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Never heard them called that before.
They're
Interesting.
emojis.
Yeah, but I definitely was like scared there, was like, oh, like, I gotta go, I gotta get gas. You don't know
Mm-hmm.
when you're gonna run out really
Yeah,
when you're on that
that
empty.
is scary.
Everybody's like, oh, you'll be good, you go for a while, but like you really don't know.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
What about you?
I don't know. I do a lot of dumb stuff. Scary? I don't know. I don't.
Getting lost in New York while looking for a Pokeball
That
place.
no, that was fun.
That was
That's called
fun.
adventure.
Adventure.
One time I thought someone was breaking into my house.
Really?
That was pretty scary. We saw this car in front of our driveway, and then they started like trying to open the door. So, like they opened the garage door, and there was like they were trying to like jiggle the door, like
So
the.
they were trying to break it.
Well, hold on. Well, it's actually really messed up.
Okay, keep
It's not
going.
that messed up. So my dad or my mom forgot to pay like the internet bill or whatever, so
Oh
that
no.
Wi-Fi was down, so we couldn't get calls and stuff and text
Uh-huh.
messages. And I didn't have a SIM card, so I relied off like what the Wi-Fi in my house.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And it was my sister and I remember that we saw this random car pull up to our driveway, and they opened their garage, and then they're like trying to unlock the door and jiggle it.
Uh-huh.
And I remember that my sister and I ran up to our bathroom, and she's like, "Do we call the police?" I was like, "No, we gotta call our parents first." And then my mom picked up the phone, and then my sister told her what happened. She's like, "Oh, okay, hold on." And she was like, "Let me get your dad." And then it turned out that it was just my brother, and my brother was being carpooled by some other guy, so that's why I didn't know the car. And
Mm.
so he texted us that he was coming home, but we didn't really know that. Yeah. I guess it's not that scary. It's just
It's a
rather
little bit
unfortunate.
scary, for sure.
Interesting.
Yeah. Anyway, what are you talking about?
Speaking of terrifying, do you guys have any like trends or moments in your past where you have like put on something and you thought you looked so sick at the time, but you just know it would look terrible if you put it on
Like bring
now
up
if you wear
past
it again?
trauma.
What?
We're like digging up trauma.
Um,
Have I?
Honestly, no. Completely different for Ben and I because anytime we dressed up or like put on an outfit, it was around our friends because we didn't wear like, these clothes to school. We had
Yeah.
uniforms.
We had uniforms.
So I think every time I went out, I looked good. Like I never look back on a picture and I'm like, "Mm."
Um,
Mm.
I know
I
we
was
make
never a highlighter
mistakes.
kid or anything. Like George was a highlighter kid.
That was funny.
Wade was probably a highlighter kid.
I haven't seen a lot of like
August was a
Under Armour
highlighter
in years. Have you guys seen
Yeah.
Under Armour out
kid.
recently?
No, not really.
Me neither.
Not unless they're like
Sports
no,
stuff,
not
I
unless
see.
it's like Under Armour like quarter zip that looks kind of nice or like
Ooh.
sweatshirt. Not nothing like that
But I
though.
just haven't seen like the orange T-shirt
Yeah.
Under Armour right across the chest.
Um, yeah, no, for the most part I wore the uniform, and if I wore something stupid, my friends would make fun of me and I wouldn't wear it again.
Yeah, I don't think it was like I don't know.
That shirt that you wore on Christmas break whenever we were at our friend's house was
The
pretty
Peter
interesting.
McPullen
That was
one.
quite I don't remember
I
what it was.
love that
It's just
shirt.
quite
I
strange.
love that
What was
shirt.
on
What's it
it?
like?
Peter McPullen.
Yeah, but like what was he doing? Because I knew like
It
his
was just like I don't know what you call it, like a kind of like an album like related thing.
because I remember it just wasn't his face. It was like him and something else that made it
Yeah, it says like Peter
interesting.
McPullen. It says Piggy. It was like the album.
Mm,
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
let's see.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I have a few of my own horror stories. So, first of all, in fifth grade, I decided that, what was in back when I was in fifth grade?
Hmm.
Side part.
Side
Side
part.
part was the move. And so I decided I was going to ruin my beautiful natural middle part.
Ooh.
And I was going to, flip that over. So you can imagine
You
how,
look
like, weird.
diva-ish.
Yeah. I decided I was going to be like a rock star. I decided I was going to be, crazy like that. So not only did I have pictures of this, by the way, that I can maybe show later. But I decided I was going to flip all my hair all the way over. It was about that short. So if you guys, it reminds me of a certain me hair. Like the wee me's.
Mm-hmm.
Reminds me of a certain me hair that I used to have.
Wow.
Wait, so if your hair was like chin level, like
It was about that
how
long.
did this one have made it over the whole way? It would have been like
That is the question that I think about to this day.
how did it
Hmm.
Lots of brushing, lots of very stubborn, like tucking behind my ear. And get this, it gets better. I don't know why I wanted to be like so cool and edgy and like
Mm.
Justice JoJo Siwa expressionist, but I was like, what would make me so sick? Pink hair, not entirely pink, not entirely pink, just again. We're gonna flip over the one right here, and I
Yeah.
pinked it up neon pink with hair children, and so it would just
Wow.
like get on my face. It was not good. It was like I just had like pink face here, and everyone, people would look at me and be like, Julia, what happened? Like, what'd you do?
Hmm.
And I was like, I don't know, guys. Like, don't worry about it. That I also
That
used
is
to have.
embarrassing.
I know they're coming back now because it's super camp, but you see the Converse that I'm wearing now, like
Uh-huh.
the classic black high top Converse
They
with
look
white
like
laces.
chocolate.
The ones that I have on right now are, tan and brown, but the ones that went all the way up to your knee and had a zipper up the side, I inherited
What?
a pair of those from my neighbor. And I was like, you know what's gonna look so sick when I go to middle school? Knee-high Converse.
I'm so glad I wore a uniform, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It was just
We really lucked out. Like
people
the
yeah,
most exciting thing about you was your shoes in elementary school. I remember every time, I don't think he listens to the podcast, but every time I get a new pair of shoes, Angelo would always notice.
he would notice my
He would
shoes.
notice everybody's, yeah, and
Yeah,
he
he
would
did
always
comment on
notice.
it.
But the shoes are probably the most exciting thing. I look back, really, really happy I wore a uniform, made life so much
Much easier,
easier.
yeah.
I could get up with so
Late.
little time before school
Because
because I knew
yeah,
exactly what I was wearing.
every day of the week you knew what you were gonna wear, so you didn't have to plan out or anything. You'd have to get more stuff because
Yeah.
you had it.
And then when I went to college, it was like the summer, I was like, oh,
Yeah,
I need like more stuff to
me
wear.
too.
I
Yeah.
was like, I only had like a limited amount of stuff because the
Ah.
only time I wore stuff was either for like musical rehearsal or like hanging out with friends outside of school or just like lounging at home. And I was like, oh, I need like more. So,
I have the opposite problem because my family, we don't clothes shop that often. Like most of the time when I get clothes, it's from presents from Christmas and birthdays, whatever.
hmm,
We also used to get lots of hand me downs from my cousins and people
yeah,
down the street, and so I distinctly remember my cousin having all these like kind of like early 2000s like vintage clothes, and I hated all of them. I was like, I don't want this. Like this is gross. Because back then, what was in style was like Under Armour, Nike, like sports clothes. And I was in this constant crisis as a fifth grader. Like I was a big nerd. Like I was a teacher's pet, goody two shoes type thing.
Ben's holding up an L.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I don't know if that still shows through, but that was my past. Most likely my future as well.
Hmm.
Yeah. But I was like, do I? I don't even know how to dress. Like what's trendy right now is athletic wear. I wasn't athletic. I don't do sports. I'm not good at it.
Oh, have you ever played a sport?
Yeah, I used to play soccer and I played tennis before.
Oh,
But
how was
when I
Mm.
was
that?
much younger,
Oh.
again, I'm just not great at sports. I don't have the drive to do well in sports. I'm not excited by watching them.
Mm.
And so it was like I could have had all this like cool vintage like 90s, early 2000s kids clothes. And I just hated all of them because I wanted all the Nike, Under Armour, whatever. And I didn't even have a lot of those clothes. But whenever I would get the chance, that's what I would buy. I have a picture, my school picture when I was in fourth grade. Everyone else had their nice clothes on, like their nice dress, their nice button down. What was I wearing? A purple Nike t shirt that had a heart on it, looked like this, and there were two Nike kicks inside the heart. That's what I was wearing.
Wow.
So you guys, you live such a nice life because all of your school pictures probably look very nice because you're always wearing the same
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah, it
You
was
can
hot.
see my
Hmm.
evolution throughout my school photos.
Hmm. Interesting.
And I also had a phase. I think it was in 6th or 7th grade, but immediately I was like, I need to shop at Forever 21. Like, I need to look like I'm 17 and like at a theme park with my boyfriend all the time. Like, I need to wear like tiny shorts and a tiny shirt and like crop top, little
Hmm.
shorts. Like, I also hit that phase. I don't know what made me hit these things. I think it's just psychology or whatever. But did you guys ever have that? Like, I need to look good
No,
right now. I
because
need to
we
wear skimpy things.
no, because we never
I never
we
wore skimpy
well
things.
even if
Yo,
like
catch Tyler.
even if like I don't know, it's so hard because it's not like I went like shopping with my mom and I was like, wow, I really like this. Like, can I wear this to school? Like, I never had that. It was always like,
You never had the like your mom stops you and you're like, you can't wear
No,
that to school.
no,
Had
no.
that.
Well, because we
Had none of
because
always
that.
we always wore the same
same thing
thing.
to
Great.
school.
So it was
Yeah.
like, why would like we never had that?
My
So it was very different for us.
There's nothing that you could possibly wear as a guy that your parents wouldn't let you unless it was like something bad or
Yeah.
like so yeah, something bad.
Well, my mom was always like big on matching, which I'm very good at matching now.
Mm-hmm.
Probably actually I know it's because of her, but
Not too bad.
she would help me a lot with that. She'd be like, "Oh, like that's not it doesn't match." I mean, this was when I was younger, just like I don't know,
Hmm.
during summer or something. Yeah.
Yeah, interesting. Oh, speaking of that, my parents would dress me up when I was younger.
Oh,
Mhm.
They
Noah.
no. Well, like so it was like Sunday mass. It's like you're wearing this, dog. I was schmucked out.
Where are
I
What?
you?
was schmucked out. What do you mean what?
What were you wearing?
So like So like my dad would be like, you should wear jeans and just like a 3 button polo with the
Yeah,
collar.
yeah.
So like I go to birthday parties with like the collar and the button up, and I look like a schmuck man.
Birthday party. That's
Like
crazy.
I go to things that like were super casual, like t-shirt and shorts stuff, and my dad was just like, you should wear like a polo cord, like the buttons with the collar, and you should just wear like jeans.
I have a
It's
story. I have
classic
a story
though.
to tell you about after. 'Cause I know somebody now in college that does that. And it's because they were trained from like a young age like that and never got the switch of like, oh, we're going here. Let's not wear this.
Oh.
Yeah.
Which I think that's important. If you don't get that, like,
You don't form your own style. You
yeah,
don't
if you
make
don't
your own
form your own
aesthetic.
style, you're screwed.
Yikes. I am interested in this story, but yeah, that's how he dressed me, and it was
Yeah,
terrible.
Oh, that
that's
sounds
that.
kind of cute. I
No,
wouldn't have
man.
expected it as a child. I would have been like,
No.
oh, he's like sharply dressed.
Yeah, but like you want to do
When you're going to a bowling party for, I don't even
yeah, if you're going for like a kid's birthday party and you pull it with the jeans and the polo with the collar, man,
To me,
the
That's
that sounds
collar.
normal.
crazy.
That sounds normal to me because I don't know. I just I didn't pull up wearing the polo
Imagine
with
going to Fun Slides Carpet Place
Yeah,
jeans on. Okay, I
with
see how that could
jeans
attract you a
and
little
the
differently.
no, because it was like the default look. It was like the jeans and the polo. Because my dad styled
Understandable.
me how he would style himself.
oh,
So
see
I
that
look
there you
like
go.
yeah.
I see.
He did that with all of us except for my sister. Yeah, but my brother, he was schmucked out. We were schmucked out, man.
Schmuck.
You'd look at us and you'd be like, "Wow, that family looks like schmucks." Yeah.
Yeah,
Who is this kid who cannot style himself?
I can't say names on podcast.
Well, just tell us about this person.
That's all I had to
Do I
say.
know this person?
Yeah, but
Do I
like that's all
know?
I had to
Do
say.
I go to school with them? Now.
Like, yeah,
Okay, well then that's
yeah,
it.
but yeah, I think it just highlights the importance of like make sure to have that switch where you can form your own style because if you don't, then you can be stuck with your parents' style. And not that that's a bad thing, but like
It's a bad thing.
it's a bad
No, I'm
thing.
just kidding. I don't know.
Yeah, it could be a
Um,
bad thing.
What did you guys think about the way your parents dress? And would you?
schmucks. Living
No, my
schmucks,
parents
man.
dress nice. Like my dad, oh my
So your
gosh.
dad in a suit, and man,
Like my
that's
dad,
crazy.
he'll be dressed but like he sweater, like whatever.
Yeah,
It's like it's he knows it's casual
hmm
enough to like wear. It's just so good.
he I think going to like a private school where you have to wear a uniform helps you dress up because we
It
always
does.
were nice, like all of us.
Can both of you tie a tie?
Yeah,
Oh
I can
yeah.
tie the Windsor knot tie. I can tie the fast
I
tie.
can't. I can't do the Windsor knot. I've tried it, but I just haven't
It's really
wanted to
easy.
learn.
I don't know where any of my ties are. I haven't tied a tie in like almost a
Yeah, I
year
might be a
because I
little
don't
bit
have to do.
rusty with the measurement and stuff.
Yeah, I don't have to do it anymore.
We were doing it once or twice a month at least.
Yeah, dog. I was like It's got to be symmetrical, or I'd spend like 10 minutes
Yeah.
tying that
If that
stuff,
wasn't
man.
symmetrical or the length wasn't exactly perfect, where like like for me it was like tip just touching the belt. Like the
Yeah.
bottom of the tie.
My thing was like, if it didn't look good, I would get frustrated. It would be like, you ever get mad at your hair?
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be like that.
Mhm.
Yeah. That tie had to be perfect,
Had to
man.
be perfect.
And then you get people that showed up with like the dumbest looking ties. It literally was like a
Oh, it was
knot.
bad.
Yeah. Separates the boy from the men.
That's right.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Wow. Do you know how to tie a tie?
Nope, not a clue.
Mm. Have you ever worn a tie?
Worn a tie? No. I mean, maybe as like dress up or something, or I've had one of those little elastic party ties, that have sequins on them that
Mm.
you can wear for the photo booth.
Mm-hmm.
But when in Cheating Fate, I had to help one of the actors, adjust their tie or just like put it around their neck, but they did all the time. It wasn't me.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm. Why don't girls wear ties?
I mean, like there are some schools, especially international schools, that have uniforms where
That's
girls have
so
ties.
true.
That
But
is
in
true.
America,
Yeah.
no, we don't.
Don't. Well, I'm trying to think of like.
Don't be racist.
No, I
I'm
won't. I won't.
kidding.
I was gonna say like in like Asian countries,
Yeah,
don't the girls wear ties
I think
in like
so.
boarding schools or private
Yeah, I
schools?
think
Yeah.
so. They wear
Yeah.
like the skirt and like the
It
white
was
button up, and yeah.
like the Harajuku style, like back in like the 2000s, like Gwen Stefani and all that.
I
That's
don't
what I
Ah.
know
was
that.
growing up.
Sounds Japanese.
She had Gwen Stefani. I think
Not
got
Gwen
mega
Stefani.
canceled for this, but she kept four Harajuku girls, like just kind of with her at all times, as like accessories, and everyone was like, "You can't just treat Asian people like they're bags. Like you can't do that."
Interesting.
I
That's
did see
interesting.
that. That is funny. What do you think about that? Is that what you keep me around?
What? I mean,
Are
like,
you are you Gwen Stefani?
no, no,
Also, their
no.
names were Love, Angel, Music, and Baby.
Did they have real names?
I'm sure they did.
Were these like grown adults?
Let me. I think they were just like young women.
That's
Oh,
weird.
that is very weird.
That's so weird.
It's a beautiful day out for all of those listening. It's like 74 outside right now.
It is so
I
Sun
heard
good.
it
is
was supposed to get
shining.
colder this week.
It is a little bit during the nights. It's gonna stay really nice. Like,
Gwen and her Harajuku girls.
there we
Yeah,
go.
that's what one of them isn't even Asian. Wait,
Yeah.
what?
No, they're all.
Oh yeah, no,
Yeah.
never mind.
But it is supposed to get a little bit colder at night.
Mhm.
Like I'm talking like 30s, 40s, which is still kind of cold. But during the day, it stays like 58, upper 60s. So
See, some people think that's cold still,
yeah,
which is like so privileged. They're so privileged. I'm
like
calling you out. You know who you are.
yeah, you know who you are. No, there's actually like that's like a perfect temperature. 65 degrees and up, perfect footy weather. Perfect
Footy.
footy
Soccer.
soccer.
Why do you call it footy?
Football, footy. I don't
Footy.
know.
Footy.
That's British.
There's a difference between footy and footy.
Really? What's the difference?
I don't know. Footy is more like
Footy.
yeah. That's like that's what I'm talking about. Like the pronunciation footy.
I don't
Why
know.
would they be like footy?
I'm not
How do they
British,
play a
man.
round of footy?
I don't know.
Footy. Footy.
Football.
Football. Yeah. It's
Football. I
Foot,
don't know, man.
football.
I'm from America.
Footy. Footy.
Yeah, I call it footy.
I had to do a British
Footy.
accent for a show one time, and now I act
Can
like
I
a
hear your British
Canadian.
accent?
Can you hear my British accent? I had to do standard British accents for Sense and Sensibility.
So here's the
Last
thing, right?
semester.
Like, do yours, because yours is very
My British accent.
yeah, because you can tell. But then now I think like, what does a real British person sound
They
like?
They all
they.
sound different. There's different ones.
I always
Can you
heard they
sound
can always
Scottish?
tell.
Sound Scottish? No, I am Scottish, but I can't sound Scottish.
Oh,
Was,
Like, I laugh.
isn't like
Yeah.
like Shrek Scottish?
I
Like,
Get
the
out
way
on
they
me
like-
swamp.
I think I don't know. I didn't realize that until right
Yeah.
this second. I guess he might be. Yeah. Huh. That's weird.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I've gone and seen Nissy down in the look. That's all I got.
Ogres are like onions. Onions have layers. Ogres have layers.
What are you doing in my swamp?
I don't know.
And that was our segment on accents.
I don't got
Yeah.
one.
Mm-mm. What were we talking? How did we get here?
I don't know.
I don't
what we're
know, but
about.
we're here now.
We were talking. Oh, how are our parents dressed? You said your parents are pretty
Mm,
stylish.
Yeah,
You said your parents dress like schmucks.
well, now I don't know.
No,
They
they're
just dress.
good.
Now they just dress like normal people. I mean,
I was gonna say, the way that you said your dad like models you after how he does. It didn't sound bad. It didn't sound
Nah, cause like
normal.
you watching a little kid like and like a little
Yeah,
like almost prepubescent teenager run around in like shorts and a collared polo.
It doesn't
that's
sound bad to
crazy.
me.
That's weird. That's weird.
I think about that now. Like if my boyfriend were to wear like jeans and a collared polo, I'd be like, he looks sick.
Well,
You
now, yeah, but like when you were like
I
little,
don't
think you
know.
understand what kind of polos I'm talking about?
I
Like this stuff
show
is
me. Show me a
like
picture.
like it's just not like great. Like I just how do you even spell polo, man?
POLO.
Oh yeah. Like I'm talking about like stuff like this, like dude, like like this. I'm like running around in one of
let
these,
me see.
man.
It doesn't sound bad to me. Maybe it's just
Like a
my
Tommy
type-in,
Hilfiger.
but
Yeah, like a Tommy Phil, like
Yeah.
dude, it was just like, do you know the material of our like uniform
Was
shirts?
it that?
It was like that, but with a different
Oh.
print. I'm not
huh.
like that's bad, man.
Show
Now
me.
most kids were wearing like a
T-shirts,
graphic T-shirt and like shorts.
shorts.
Mm.
Maybe cargo. Cargo I could
Yeah,
understand, but
Okay.
like it was
not
usually
me,
dry fit.
man. I
Yeah.
look like a weirdo.
Yeah. Anyways, as we come to a close on this episode, do we have any other questions we should address?
Do we want to do a quick fashion review of like some current trends, or do we want to skip that?
Let's do it real
Okay,
fast.
let me pull
Yeah.
up my Pinterest
I
board
don't
for you.
have any. I don't know any current fashion
That's why
trends.
I have my Pinterest board for you.
Would you ever get your eyebrows done?
No.
Would you ever dye your hair?
No.
I
Would
have
you ever?
curly hair.
Actually,
Well,
I
that's
might.
different.
I
It's
might.
different.
Girls usually dye their hairs like I'll get highlights, but
Yeah.
like
I
boys
dyed
will.
it during COVID. I dyed it all dark midnight blue, then purple. Then I Kool-Aid dyed the ends red. Then I
Do you
dyed
have
it
a
all
picture of
red.
this?
Yes, I have several pictures.
Wow.
What would you?
I posted on Instagram with the blue hair, and someone said I look like Sonic.
That's funny.
That's brutal.
Yes.
No,
What would
I
you?
would dye my
But
hair.
what color?
Probably blonde. I'm always interested to see what I'd look. Actually not straight blonde, probably a dirty blonde. In the summer, my hair gets light,
I could see that.
and I'm like, man, I'd like to see what it would look like dirty blonde.
I would dye my hair, but like my hair is black, so you would have to bleach it and then do it,
That would
and
be
like
rough for
it would
you.
be bad. So
Frosted tips for you.
do you remember we talking about that during soccer?
Yeah.
It was like we have to get all frosted tips. And I
Uh-huh.
was like, I'm gonna kill myself. Are they being serious?
Yeah, that was crazy.
I don't
Yeah.
have the red or the purple just yet, but this was when I dyed it very dark brown, so my boyfriend and I could be Velma and Shaggy for Halloween.
That's you?
That's me. That was me in 2020.
You look kind of like you.
What do I look like? Say it.
You look like someone I know. She kind of looks like Liz, but not really.
I think I kind of know what you're saying.
Like I just like you look
Yeah.
like Liz. Also, your boyfriend looks like Jacob Umble a little bit.
That's unbelievably
Don't know what
true.
that means.
Probe.
These are people that me and him, Tyler,
Roberson.
know.
Yeah.
Dang, that's crazy.
Mhm.
But
You do. He does look like Shaggy, and you
yeah.
do look like Velma.
I
Yeah,
do.
that was very
Oh my
good.
gosh. Let me find the oldest ones, like whenever I dyed it, dyed it.
I would only
Okay, this is
throw
me when
my
it was
hair again
red.
now.
This is me on a paddle boat, a paddle board. It was like red,
Yeah,
red.
that is red, red. Wow.
Mm.
Um. Oh, there's another one with it being red.
Oh,
Also
very
2020.
interesting.
Okay.
It was a time for everyone, definitely.
Man, I want to go to a lake.
Um.
I think I'm supposed to go kayaking next week.
Okay. Geez, that's fun.
Here was when the dark brown had faded a little bit. This was on Christmas.
Okay.
This took
So you're
forever.
naturally blonde, right?
I am naturally. I'm a darker blonde than this. It's like a mousy brown. Oh, this is both me and my sister when the red was growing out, or it was fading.
Your sister doesn't look like you.
That is the exact opposite of everything anyone has ever said to us. It's like, oh my god, are you guys twins?
They
I
don't
don't
look.
think
Oh,
they
here
look
was the
like
fading purple too.
Huh.
It used
Very
to be a
interesting.
purple.
Okay.
I don't know where the blue one went. I'm sorry, I can't show you guys Sonic.
That's
but,
okay. Would
That's
you
all
ever
right.
shave your head?
Absolutely not.
No,
The
unless
amount of times that I cut my hair to this length because I just wanted some attention when I was in elementary school, I have to keep it long now. Like, I
unless it
I
was
love it.
somebody that were like $500 to shave your head, I'm
No.
shaving that.
Really?
Absolutely. I'll wear a
So
hat
this
for
right here. No.
if
No,
some
this is an investment. This is like all the long that I've done this. that probably is more than five hundred
You
dollars.
have to get like you resetting is like your hair is a lot longer than mine is. So
Yeah.
like
No, mine, I mean, like, it would probably be, give it like a month or so, probably a month or two, and you'd start to actually have some.
you could look cool without it. I mean like
No, I'd look like Rafe in like season,
not
season
rave.
like 3 of Outer Banks. Like, ugh.
That's funny. Anyway, is that it? Is that
Yeah,
all is that all the
That's
time we have for?
that's all the time we have.
man,
We've been going for 50 minutes.
man.
Good while. A lot longer than most.
Yeah. Well, that's our take on college fashion.
Yeah, so maybe this inspired you to
Not look ugly.
not look
Oh,
ugly. Yeah,
yeah.
maybe go to the store, maybe pick out some spring, summer clothes, maybe look around your campus at what people are
Oh,
wearing.
I gotta make a spring playlist. That's what I gotta do.
Spring playlist. I
Yeah.
Okay,
started
mine.
mine already.
Yeah, I gotta
Yeah.
do that.
So everybody go make a spring playlist. And yeah, enjoy the nice weather if you have nice weather. If you live in Antarctica, I don't know.
If you live anywhere north,
If you live anywhere north,
basically.
yeah.
Yeah, Phil has it in for you.
Yep. But thank you for
Who's
tuning
Phil?
in this week. And to
Oh,
those
Phil.
going on spring break, not too many people I know. To
Not too
those
many.
going on spring break, enjoy yourself. To those that
Already
aren't,
have spring break.
or yeah, already
Enjoy it.
yeah,
And people that
enjoy
are
it.
done with it, that's too bad.
Yeah. But thank you for listening. We hope you enjoyed the episode. And
Oh, shoot.
what?
I'll tell you after. All right, that's it.
That's
Thanks for
it.
listening. See you in the next episode. Peace.